I'm gonna miss my Saddleman. This is something I thought I wouldn't want. You can see that in there. To keep it loose. I was never a big fan of those. A little pain, but it's worth it. Yep, I use Bug Slide. I'm gonna miss the Saddleman. But there it is. So now I'm gonna try something I thought I never wanted. And I'm still not sure if I really do. The backrest. I'm gonna go ahead and install it. The downside for me right now is I don't have an opening on my Saddleman here. So I have to go back to my stock seat to try it out. I'm gonna miss the Saddleman. I rode with this at least 7-hour road trip many times riding to Southern California. But like the hard lowers, I never thought I wanted hard lowers. And now I'm hooked on them. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the stock seat back on to accommodate for this because the stock seat comes with an opening for it to slide into. Big thanks to BENLARI for supporting today's video. They make awesome upgrade kits to personalize our Harley motorcycles. They sent me this adjustable backrest kit to review, so let's dive into the install. So this is going to go here. We got to remove these bolts here underneath it. I'm going to leave these washers, plastic washers, because this is direct metal. I don't want it to damage the paint. So I'm going to put it here or here. And on this part, looks like it's going to go. I've got 2 holes here, and it's going to go like that. I think it's going to be the hardest part. All right, let's get started. All right, so we're going to have to remove these 2 bolts here, which this is a 7/16. That's what you're going to need for this one. And these 2 bolts over here, these are a 1/2 inch. So we're going to go ahead and take this out and start the install. The reason why I'm pulling these 2 out here is because of this piece here. I'm gonna need to put in these bolts and I can't fit my finger in here. So I'm going to have to pop these 2 out and figure out how to make this move around so I can get my fingers in there. So let's get started. Actually, these are some good bolts to check because when I first opened this up, I noticed that this was pretty much almost out. And as you can see, I'm just using my fingers, so it's important to go through and check your bolts. Even this one's loose. So still need this 1/2 inch. We'll snug it back in when we're done. All right, let's see if we can get this out. Might be able to get my fingers in there this way. Let's see. Might as well clean up while we're in here, right? Yep, I use Bug Slide. Not detailing it, just cleaning it up since we're here. All right, so this piece is going to go right in here. I hope you can see it. Instructions are suggesting that we put this in first, so let's go ahead and put this together. This has a locking nut. So I just put it in here. I'm not gonna tighten it up super tight, just tight enough to have it pointing upwards. I'm sure I'm gonna have to, as we put things together in the past, you know, if you tighten everything up, you ended up loosening everything up later. So it's gonna go like this. It would be great if my Saddleman would still fit over all this stuff. So if I can swap the seat around when I want to. Now let's see if I can get my fingers in there. Yeah, so this is going to be the hardest part because I have big fingers. So there we go. Put this bolt in, slide these 2 here, and now they're gonna slide. I hope you can see it. I know everything's black, but there's 2 holes right here. 1 and 2. 1, 2. Now the challenging part. Got to put these on from the bottom, and as you can see, these are also locking nuts. Let's see if I can do this without dropping it. Okay, this one's on. A little pain, but it's worth it. All right, I was able to get these 2 in here without actually dropping the bolt at the bottom. I haven't tightened it up because I want to make sure all this aligns, but maybe I can tighten this up a little bit. If you know how, you can take this off because the pressure on your hands, it's actually pinching this hand right here. I'm just trying to tighten it down a little bit more. So when I put a wrench on it, the bottom bolt will stay. It is actually easier. If you can put your hand in between both of these, go underneath, and then to do this side, just walk around the other. That's what I would do if I were doing it over again. All right, let's see if I can wrench on that now. Yeah, there we go, it's tightening up. Still gonna have it kind of loose. This one's still spinning. Let's see if it works easier this way. Yeah, put your hand in here between these two. Don't put it underneath this. Hold that bolt with your hand. So now I'm going to take these off. All right, so now I'm going to take these two bolts off. Okay, thank goodness these aren't falling. So you just take them off. There we go. I'm going to go ahead and leave these on here just so it doesn't scratch up the paint. So it has 4 places you can move it further forward or all the way back. I'm not sure where it goes. I'm going to go the furthest back. That's the picture the instructions have. And then this is going to end up bolting here to hold it down. Or I'm going to try it like this actually. So I'm going with the second one. I'll let you guys know I have a 2021 Harley-Davidson Road King, and I can tell you which one's going to work out for me, but I don't know. It depends on what seat you have, how far back you sit. So I don't think it's going to really help, but I'll let you know anyway. I don't want to crack the plastic, so it wasn't too tight before, so I'm just going to put it snug. I have it on the second hole. This is why I kept this loose, so I can adjust it. And it looks like they're going to align, which is great. It's important having good fitment, and so far so good. So I need to put these back in and tighten down these bolts. For these bolts here, we're going to need a different here, which is a 10 millimeter for these two to tighten them down. All right, let's put this on. Okay, this bolt here, 1/2 inch. This is also a locking nut. Per the instructions, this goes on top. So although these line up, I would say do not tighten anything down until you put this bolt in, because I just loosened everything back up so I can make them line up again. Yeah, so it's good to have everything just a little loose so you can line this up. Yeah, so put everything together, all these bolts, but keep it loose. Keep them loose, because when it comes to lining up this bolt, if you tighten them, if you tighten these down, it's going to be hard to align. It's going to be hard to align this one. So now that we've got it aligned, let's go ahead and tighten everything down. Okay, I'm going to start with this one. This is tight. This is tight. Now I need to tighten these. 7/16. Snug it. Great, it's on there. All right, now to put these back. This is a 1/2 inch. Just put them nice and snug. There we go. Let's put on the seat. I don't think the settlement's gonna fit on here. Nope, it's not. It's hitting this. I'm gonna miss my saddleman. I got to get the settlement couch. All right, here's the lip here, in case anybody that's never done it. And there's a lip right here. You got to slide it in there. Perfect. All right, so you can see that in there. All right, so now that the seat's back on there, we've got it bolted down here. The little things are covered here. Anyway, so you look in here, let's see if I can show it. There it is, see? It's hard, right? It's black on black, but you can kind of see it in there. So let's get the seat in there. I mean, the seat looks nice on there. I'm just not a fan of these. I'm used to throwing my leg over, but on my road trip, I got used to putting my leg down here. Anyway, this does go forward. It doesn't quite stay, but based on the design, yeah, it faces forward with these two lines. At the back, there's a zipper. You feel the foam. But when you open the zipper, there's a bolt here. You can take this off, and it has another opening. I don't know if you could see it right there. So you can move the seat, or the backrest can go down one more from the way it's delivered. All right, see if we can do this. And you can hold it down if you want to kick your leg over, but I think this is a good opportunity for me to learn how to mount from the high side. Let's give this a shot. All right, this is the hard part because I'm used to kicking my leg over, and now I don't think I can hold this down and kick my leg over. So I've got to learn how to get on the motorcycle from the high side. Actually, this actually does feel good. I could feel the support. I'm not as far back as I am on my extended reach from settlement seat, but I can see how this is comfortable. All right, now I gotta go ride it. So as you lean on it, but you could feel the support. It felt nice actually. So I think this is going to be one of those things. I've heard that this is a game changer to have this here. I never wanted hard lowers. Now I love it, and I bet you now I'm gonna love this here. So I just went on a test ride with a BENLARI Backrest. So here it is. I installed it with the stock seat. I'm definitely missing my saddleman, but the saddleman I got did not have this part here to be able to put it in. But I think it looks good. It's something I thought I'd never want. I never thought I'd be into the lowers, game changers, and now it's this. I already have it set as far back as it can go, and I went for a ride, and I have to say it's definitely a game changer. I really love the way it feels when we're taking off from the bike, and my back is basically just being held by it. We're used to leaning forward without even knowing. It's muscle memory for us to be able just to hang on, and you're taking off and you're holding yourself up. But with this, you feel the support. So I noticed I kind of like let go a little bit in terms of holding myself, and it just made it much more comfortable. And I felt like this pushed me up forward and kept me there where I was able to be close enough to the handlebars here. It allowed me to flick the bike a lot easier actually. And I know through Motor Cop videos that I've seen, they sit really close to the tank. And this is what this felt like, which at first I thought that was gonna be the con. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I'm gonna like it. I'm just too close, because my saddleman extended seat put me back about, I think it was an inch and a half back, and I like that leg room. But I have to say that I like it. I'm definitely gonna keep it on there. It just holds me in the right position to be able to ride and flick the bike easier. One thing that I was worried about this is when we're riding, and we all hit those bumps sometimes, and I always thought, like, I do not want this thing jamming me up in my back. But as I'm riding, this thing moves, which is, it's not easy to do when I'm just holding it, but you can see. So as your back is on here and you're hitting bumps, it's actually following your back. So that took away that concern. I'm very, very happy with it. If I were to say one thing, and it's not really a con to this product of BENLARI, because the fit and finish was great, no problem whatsoever. It's just me now, because I'm used to kicking my foot over, and now I have to get the hang of either getting on up and over this way on the high side, but I'm definitely going to practice how to do this properly. I think it looks good. Very, very comfortable. Check out the description below. You'll find a link for this product. Very, very reasonable price, simple to install. I hope my video helps you out. Let me know, what do you think about this if you have one? Thanks everyone. Take care.